welcome to the Dancing Bear Enlightenment Academy Holistic Transformation Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Beverly. So this week, this is February 10th, I think. So this week we have February 14th, which everyone knows is Valentine's Day. And I was listening to a podcast that said Valentine's Day actually has a really dark history. And I think that's true of a lot of holidays. You can take them for what they used to be a long time ago versus what they are today. On Valentine's Day, if I may, I'd like to share with you a story of something that happened for me and two friends very long time ago. Like, I think it was in the 1970s. Some of you may not have been born yet. I was working at United Airlines, and I had a very good friend. We're still friends, and we worked for a woman project manager. So there was 3 women, and I was married, the manager was married, and my friend Darlene was not married. And every Valentine's Day, and we worked in you've seen these rooms with big, huge rooms with cubicles. Well, we worked in a big, huge room like that, but there were no cubicles. So everybody could see everyone. And along one row were the supervisors. And then there were 2 or 3 rows coming off of each supervisor that were the people that worked for them. And so there was my friend and I and our project manager. We worked for on a project. And every day at lunch, we'd all leave and go to lunch. And when we came back, every February 14th, there was a rose on our desk. So Marcia had a rose, Darlene had a rose, I had a rose. And we kept saying, who did this? We'd ask the people that got back before us, did you see who left them? We were never able to find out who left it. Now, my husband didn't work there, so we knew it wasn't him. Darlene didn't have a boyfriend or a husband. So we kind of thought it might be Marcia's husband. But we were never quite able to figure it out. But every February 14th, for several years, I worked there for 10 years, not all at the same place, but for a long time at the maintenance base when I was a programmer there. And each of us got a rose. So I have this wonderful memory of getting this secret admirer rose. And I think sometimes if you remember when you were a kid, you would get a secret Valentine from somebody, or people in the class would give everybody a Valentine, but sometimes you'd get one from somebody, your secret Valentine. So I thought I would share that because becoming someone's secret Valentine gives them something really sweet to think of and to remember. And while after I left, I went to work somewhere else, the roses stopped. I asked the next year, did you guys get your rose? No. So when I left, it stopped. We never found out who it was. It wasn't Marcia's husband. Don't know why it stopped just because I left, but it created a wonderful memory for me. So every Valentine's, I think about whoever my secret Valentine was, thank you. You gave me this wonderful memory. So my question for you is, what will you do this Valentine's? Do you do anything special for someone, especially as a secret? Because when it's a secret, it just has this air of mystery. I know some people, curiosity killed the cat. They got to know who it was. But I was told years ago by this master, Samantha, that I studied with. She said, always do at least 30 good deeds a day. And every time I tried to do a good deed for someone, they would do it for me. And I realized they could hear me thinking and they would give me what I was going to give them. So I realized the best way to give anything is anonymous. I mean, if you're in a relationship with someone, obviously that's who you're going to to be the secret admirer of, but becoming a secret admirer, it's kind of nice. It's kind of like a secret Santa. And actually, long term, people do appreciate it. It's kind of nice to know that somebody liked you well enough to do something for you and get absolutely nothing in return. So, what do you do to help others or to remember others or to make them feel special in some simple way? I mean, what's a little rose cost? It doesn't cost much at a grocery store. Maybe $1, I don't know what they cost. I like carnations. So that's my question for you. What is Valentine's Day for you? What are you going to do for someone to give them a wonderful memory? And if you're not going to do anything, that's okay. I understand. But think about it. You've got several days, 4 days? You can come up with something. Donate to a homeless shelter or something to be their Santa. So I hope that this is a wonderful week. February is kind of a lot of changes going on this month, a lot of astrological changes, movements, a full moon in Leo. Leos like to shine, so be a Leo and give someone a rose and have a wonderful week. If you would be kind enough to click the little like and subscribe, that would be great. And if you want to share this with someone, that would be great as well. So thank you for joining us. And remember to be the light you want to see in the world.